When you're talking about the business, okay, how does it feel to be a part of a business where now you're making a difference for all of these people nationwide?
Well, that's kind of what my passion is. You know, my passion is just trying to be an example. I realized that America was built on small businesses. And I realize that jobs are really tough right now. I have done enough research to know really that the trend is turning, and you've given up information to say that in the next couple of years, 50% of America is going to be into small business or into network marketing. So I really feel proud to actually lead the way on something that's so significant like the FDI, because they have as many products and services in FDI as you might have in 10 separate companies. I mean, in 10. So and I know all nutritional companies, they got financial companies, they got debt-free companies, they got all different types of telecommunication companies, they got all these different types of companies that you go out there and you can pay an entry fee to get in all these different places. But in FDI, you pay one time, one fee, one monthly deal, and you get all these services together. And it's your business, and you're just telling stories now. You're not ready to put up a hard sale. And this is something that when you call your family members up and you tell them, I want you to try this, you have good news. It's not like you're trying to force feed them something that they can't comprehend. Can you comprehend $69.95? Yeah, I got it. Can you comprehend unlimited voice or voice texting? Well, what is that about? Now, you can start telling that story because they're not going to believe it. No one really can kind of figure that one out. But other than that, and I'm really kind of proud that I see that at their own pace, that people who don't understand money have an opportunity to get a financial education from people, some of the best people in the country that are talking about how money works, and they have classes and meetings every single week, different days of the week, that people can attend online or on the phone at their convenience, and they get a little bit better today than they were yesterday. It just takes a little bit of effort, and there's nobody that I know that don't have debts. And so, and you don't want to pay more for them. So why wouldn't you figure out a way, if somebody gives you information, that you can cut off 20–30% on your interest rates, and 5–10 years off the time that you might have to be paying your debt, so you could keep that money and learn how to work that money for you, because the financial institutions are not going to tell you how they've been taking your money for all those high interest rates for all those years. A 30-year mortgage on a $100,000 piece of property probably cost you $300,000. They're not going to tell you that should be illegal. That just should be illegal. So, but you got to educate yourself, and if you educate yourself, you go to work and you get an education, you have a good job, but you can make a living. But if you start to educate yourself, you could probably make a fortune.
Going back to your sports days for a minute, okay? You know, being at Nebraska, you played 4 sports in high school. Then you came to Nebraska. You played baseball, drafted by the Yankees, I think it was. No, the Dodgers. By the Dodgers. And don't want to mix up those two teams. and then, of course, you know, the coaches at Nebraska said, "Hey, listen, make a run with us, just football, and you can go for the Heisman." And then you win the Heisman. What was that like? There's not many people out there. I mean, when you look over the years of the Heisman, there hasn't been but, what, 60, 70 winners of the Heisman?
72.
72 winners. What's it like? Everybody would love to know. How does it feel to be able to work as hard as you have, to compete as hard as you have, to never give up in life, and then to accomplish a goal like that?
Well, it's pretty darn amazing when you look at it, when you see that there's only 72 winners that ever won. And I really, like I said earlier, I give the recognition to the value of my teammates. That just shows what kind of guys I was hanging around with at the time. And that's what that motivates me to always surround myself with a bunch of good guys or teammates, you know, like my teammates Denny Drake or Pastor Foster or whatever. It's all about team. And I've learned so many lessons from that are far more invaluable actually than the award is. But without those guys on my team, I certainly would not have been able to do that. Nebraska won our first 2 national championships during that time, and together, without being together, we would not have been able to do that. They hadn't been able to do it for the first 70 years of Nebraska's history, and we haven't been able to do it for a long time thereafter. It's just a matter of the group of guys or the people that you get together at that time that are like-minded, that are really focused and by agreement on what they really want to do, and you really go for it, and whatever is necessary, you just do. I mean, if you I used to run 1,000 stairs every single day. Wasn't nothing. This is what we have to do. I would make myself, I run because I wanted to make sure that I didn't get tired first. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And now when I have different business ventures to go into, I make sure that the first thing we do is try to get ourselves physically in condition, because I remember the last few times we had something going, starting back in those days, where it was significant we get ourselves physically and mentally and spiritually ready for the challenges that are up, so we don't let our teammates down. And you might give up yourself sometimes, but if you're working with other people, and you figure you got a little help, you play harder for your teammates and for your mentor sometimes than you might do for yourself. And that's why I encourage people to do these things together, because I'm not talking from things I don't know. I'm talking from experience of having been around the teams and having to help build the team, and for that team to getting me to levels of excellence that I would not have been able to get by myself.
Johnny, if you were with your best friend, they're getting ready to leave, you had 2 minutes to tell them about this great opportunity that you know they need, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them, I would say, Denny, I said, FDI is the choice we got to make. Time is running out. We have to do this now. First thing we do, we have to have a plan, and we have to work our plan. From the time that we're 1 until we're 70, got 840 months to live. That's 25,200 days or tries. From the time you're 1 until you're 30, got 360 months. That leaves you 480 months. We're working on the downside here now. So let's do something that we can have fun doing. Let's do something that's going to work for us as we're working on it. Let's do something where we can get paid, because we have to understand this residual income. And if we can build this puppy up here right now, that we can enjoy it and pass it on to our families to enjoy it too. Let's get on in the game. And he'll say, all right, put me in, coach.
Last question. How does it feel to be building? You've played for teams, and you've been part of a team for all your life, you know, in business and in the football field, and now you're building another team, and here it is, it's yours. You're the owner now of this entire team, and everybody's coming to play for you, or coming to play with you on that same team. How does that feel?
Well, it's a big responsibility, because we're talking about duplication here. So they're going to do like they see me doing. So my biggest job is to be very visible, to let them see all the different ideas, all the different struggles, all the different heartaches, all the different successes that might come up that they can duplicate and take advantage of. So everybody's watching at me at this particular point in time, and I don't mind at all, because I want them to follow the playbook. I want them to do the things that we do. I don't want to mislead them. I don't want to tell them it's an easy thing to do, but you can do it. It's in you to do it. We just got to go past motivation to self-actualization and realize that you are the money. You are the business. It's depending on you, and the time is now, and you are the one. Don't pass the buck. The buck stops here.